My dad would be ashamed of me.
You want to know what's shameful, Vic?
Working your whole goddamn life, having nothing to show for it. You still think there's good and bad, right and wrong? There ain't. There's just this.
Hey. This just in, guys. I got an update for you.
Ooh, do tell.
Popeyes ghost pepper chicken bacon cheese sandwich is pretty bussin'.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I believe it. When Popeyes first came out with the chicken sandwich, that shit was awesome.
That shit was crazy. That was
the pandemonium
during the pandemic, and like people were going nuts, like literal riots.
Yeah, the chicken sandwich wars.
Yes.
The great chicken sandwich wars of 2020.
I remember when they ended for me one night. I was like, I'm gonna get 2 of them, and I was in the bathroom like 5 minutes later, like, why did I do that?
I'm gonna get 2 of them.
Yeah, that's very overzealous.
I know. Hey, what can
overzealous Anthony.
That's what they call me.
I remember when that chicken sandwich came out for Popeyes, Arby's also they released a chicken sandwich too, like to compete with them. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen the made for TV Temptations movie.
No.
Oh, it's pretty good actually. There's some good famous black actors in it, but there's a scene where the Temptations are like going at it, and Otis is like the main temptation. There's a line where he's like, "Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. They're coming to see me." And then someone like Arby's had tweeted like, "We also got a chicken sandwich." And someone tweeted with that line, "It's like, ain't nobody coming to see you, Arby's."
Dude, yeah. I mean, I think at the time everyone, like Wendy's had one.
Yeah.
The big 2 were obviously Chick-fil-A and
Yeah, but Wendy's been had chicken sandwiches. They've always had chicken sandwiches.
yeah, but it was like the spicy chicken sandwich. Everybody did like a spicy chicken.
And then McDonald's came out with their version of that.
Dude, well, now McDonald's has the chicken Big Mac.
Dude, it actually is pretty good. By
Is
the way,
it?
I tried it. Yeah, I tried it.
Oh, damn.
It was good.
I forgot.
Wait, what were you gonna say? Why what? Why what?
I feel like we're talking about like fast food and shit. And did you guys just see that picture of like RFK on the plane with like Trump, and they're just all enjoying McDonald's? Like, we love it.
Dude, imagine being one of the leaders of the free world and regularly eating McDonald's.
How do you not die?
Dude, when you have that much power, the doctors will keep you alive.
Dude, well, speaking of McDonald's and shit, so I don't know if you guys have heard this. I don't know. It came out maybe like a few months ago, but like, remember that dude? What was his name? Morgan Spurlock. He did the
Super Size Me.
The Super Size Me documentary.
He's from West Virginia.
Yeah. And it was like, whoa, turns out if you eat McDonald's every day, like it's unhealthy for you.
Yeah.
And like he had all these health problems and he died.
Yeah.
Dude, but it's like, I guess like kind of been not like debunked that McDonald's is unhealthy for you. It obviously is, but like that he was like a raging alcoholic.
Yes.
And so like a lot of his body was already fucked up from consuming like mass quantities of alcohol.
Right.
Yeah.
So it kind of like dismisses the whole documentary.
Exactly. Yeah.
Even
like,
though what you're saying is right. Yeah.
Yeah. Like we know it's unhealthy, but it's almost like, dude, like you were also like consuming God knows how much alcohol.
Yeah,
Right.
that would be like me being like, I'm unhealthy because of working in restaurants, but I also drink a ton.
Yeah.
And I used to do a lot of cocaine.
Yeah. No, exactly. So it's like, come on, man. Typical West Virginians, am I right? Those fucking idiots.
Well, like I have like proof that McDonald's is bad. You can lose a McDonald's fry and it will not like decompose or mold.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
And then I've also heard, okay, because Cat Williams seems to have been right about a lot of things so far.
He has been, honestly.
No, but it's just such a funny talking point.
Yeah.
I feel bad that we called him crazy for years.
No, but in one of his recent stand-ups too, he was talking about McDonald's fries, and he's not making this up. Like what they spray on the potatoes is like really fucked up chemicals and stuff that.
Yeah.
So I doubt like eating McDonald's fries is in any way good for you. Like it's killing you. Every fry you eat is killing you a very tiny percentage.
You can also taste how salty it is. That's why it's delicious, because it's just pure
I
salt.
love them, and I'm saying
I'm gonna go. I mean, Anthony's saying that every fry takes a little bit off your life. I'm gonna go get me a couple right after this.
Oh, that's hilarious. Crazy stuff, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I guess there's no segue point.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say, know who else is crazy?
Dude.
I mean, everyone in this show pretty much
is Cuckoo Banoo News.
Yeah.
Cuckoo Banoo News.
Hey, that's Gotham. Everyone in Gotham is usually a crazy individual.
Yeah.
True. Well,
yeah.
Might as well get into it. Welcome to Comics and Chronic, everyone. I am one of your hosts, Jacob H. As always, joining me is Anthony Iannaccio and Cody Cannon. And today we are talking HBO's The Penguin.
Yes, sir.
Starring Colin Farrell, Cristin Milioti. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Cristin Milioti, yeah.
Yeah, Milioti.
Dude, I love her.
Yeah, she's awesome. Have you ever seen her in 30
great.
Rock?
Yes.
I've seen her in 30 Rock.
Dude, she was hilarious in 30 Rock.
Palm Springs.
Palm Springs is so good.
Palm Springs, she's good in, yeah.
I know
Wolf
you guys
of Wall
haven't
Street?
seen this. Oh yeah, she's in Wolf of Wall Street.
She plays his wife.
How I Met Your Mother. She's the mom.
Really? She's in that?
So
I thought it was Willow from Buffy.
Allison Hannigan. She's in every season for sure. But no, in the last season, you find out who the mom is. And it's not like there was a character in the show that was secretly the mom the whole time and then you find out. They just cast her in the last season and you don't really get to see much of her. But when she's on screen, you're like, oh, she would have been great to see as a character. You know, she actually would have added to the show when I'm sure you guys, again, didn't watch the show. But at one point, How I Met Your Mother was a pretty fucking good sitcom, at least for the first couple seasons. You know, if you watch it now...
I never really connected.
Yeah, me neither.
I totally get that. It's like they were trying to be friends, you know, in like 2004, 2005 era. I'm just saying, like, I don't think it's as bad. I want to put it... Like, the later seasons, yeah, like, after a few seasons, terrible show, but she's great in it. And she's in one of their worst seasons, is what I'm saying. So, like, anything she's in... She usually adds to it, and this for sure, she was great.
It also had Neil Patrick Harris, who I've heard is kind of a douchebag.
I have heard that too, yeah.
I've heard he's like done some like fucked up shit to people at like parties and stuff.
Really?
Like weird, cruel jokes and shit.
That's hilarious.
That sucks. That sounds like him. That sounds like
Why is
him
that
and Harold and
hilarious?
Kumar.
Yeah, no, like supposedly, like I read something the other day, and then like some other people were like verifying. I don't know, but like. I don't know, like he made jokes about like rape and shit, but it was just like weird shit that you wouldn't expect to come from Neil Patrick Harris, but like more than a few people have been like, yeah, the dude's kind of weird.
Yeah. Well, he was awesome in Harold and Kumar, honestly.
Yeah.
That's kind of when I fell
was
in
his
love with
I know him from
Yeah.
Doogie Howser, bro.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's where I really know him from. I used to watch Doogie Howser. Obviously, they were reruns, but still.
I was never into Doogie.
I was into Doogie.
I never watched Doogie Howser.
You know who also was in Doogie Howser was the dude who played Benny on Sopranos.
Nice.
He was he was Doogie's best friend.
That's where I recognize him from, though. Like, I haven't seen the show, but I've seen like clips of it. Okay. That
Yeah,
makes sense.
He was Doogie's best friend.
That's hilarious.
Nice.
So Benny was a child actor. That's crazy.
Exactly. Benny should have been in this show. This had hard Sopranos energy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Know what kind of energy I thought it was really bringing?
Ooh, what?
The Meadowlands energy.
Oh, that's true, actually. You're not wrong. I feel like Lauren LeFranc, the showrunner and writer, probably heard our podcast and was
Yep,
like, actually, that's
exactly.
a genius idea, but why don't we just make it the Penguin? And we'll have Sofia Falcone be this Meadow character.
Exactly. There's no difference. Her father was a mob boss. She's getting revenge.
HBO owes us a lot.
Yeah.
Royalties are coming our way.
Once again, we're giving out our genius storylines for free.
I know. We found in popular culture where there was like a hole where like there was a great story you could tell, and they did it here. So no, I'm really glad the show was like that though. Like it wasn't just Oz Cobb's story. It was Sophia's story.
She was great.
Just as much.
She was like fantastic. Great. villain.
Seriously.
Yeah, she was amazing.
Yeah.
Dude, I loved everyone in this show. Marone.
My boy Clancy Brown.
Yeah.
Can I say, like, when I was reading it, like in The Long Halloween and Dark Victory, in my head it was Marone and Falcone. But I guess it's Marone and Falcone.
I always when I would read it, I always thought it was Marone and Falcone, but like with a
Yeah.
like
D.
they rhyme. Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it's Falcone and Marone. But yeah, either way, like
You mean Gigante?
ooh yeah.
Like they brought in all these elements from Dark Victory that we know about
And Long
Sophia, but
Halloween.
and Long Halloween for sure. But Sophia is like a bigger part of Dark Victory. She is the
Yeah,
hangman.
for sure. For sure.
Do you feel like they yassified Sofia Falcone?
Is that a new version of Nerfed?
No, not Nerf. Like she's like pretty. Like Sofia Falcone is very different in the comics.
I don't mind the changes, honestly, because
No, not at all.
Because I almost like it. It's like, yeah, they made her obviously physically. Like, I mean, the actress is way smaller than how she's depicted in the comics, but what she lacks in physical size, like mentally, she fucking makes up for as like a crazy villain.
And she's by far the same character, you know. She's playing Sophia.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like a deviation of that.
Also, I do kind of like this the Batman verse, the Matt Reeves corner, like Elseworlds DC. I do like that, like everything, like the Riddler was very different from how he was in the comics. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like for this Elseworlds, you know what I mean? Like I kind of fuck with it.
I fuck with it heavily. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, especially the Penguin.
No, I'm just saying, like everybody, I think we talked about it when we talked about the Batman, but it just big Brian Azzarello Batman vibes.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, big Brian Azzarello, big like also like, I mean, Jeff Loeb, Tim Sale, especially like the Batman
100%.
narration has a lot of like similarities between Long Halloween. You know,
Yeah.
Yes.
year
For
one.
sure.
It feels like we're
vibes.
in that era. Yeah, exactly. It feels like, and this is only taking place literally right after the movie.
It plays a week after the movie.
A week after. So
week.
that's awesome.
Dude,
that's
opening scene killing Alberto.
Yes.
Great.
Wasn't expecting that
Yeah.
at all. Like I thought he was going to be a character throughout the season, but he wasn't at all.
Yeah,
No.
I liked that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was a cool way if you are a comic fan that you're surprised by something that's happening. Because Alberto just doesn't go in the comics. You know, he's around for a little.
Yeah, that's another thing. Is like even with the changes, I don't know. As a Batman fan, I felt like this is super. This is like the ideal Batman universe.
Yes.
Yeah.
The city is gritty as fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It feels like Gotham.
Yeah.
100%.
And it was filmed in New York. Like I like that.
I could feel that. Yeah, for sure.
HBO is just bussin'. You know what I mean? It gives, because like in so many ways, like it reminds me of like shows like, I mean, aside from the obvious ones like The Sopranos, there's elements of that remind me of the Watchmen TV show. There's elements that remind me of The Leftovers. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. There's some Breaking Bad type elements.
yeah.
Yes.
I mean, like him and Vic, Jesse and Walt. You know?
Bliss. Yeah.
Yeah, Bliss is their Blue Dream or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought the whole show, and speaking of Vic, and Vic's another great character.
Loved him.
Loved him.
It turns out at the end, he turns into Cyborg and they have a huge battle. He's Vic Stone.
Dude, this show did such a great job. Like, even like up until like the last or second last episode, like there are moments where like you genuinely like, damn, like I actually feel bad for Penguin. Like I get why he is the way he is.
For sure.
And then he just undoes it when he fucking murks Vic. And you're just like, damn, he really is a scumbag. Like
He's the worst.
he's the worst human being.
Yeah.
Hey, they say when someone shows you who they are, Jake, you got to believe them.
Dude.
I loved how he talked. He literally, there were moments where, like, yes, he's doing an Italian accent, but the way Colin Farrell, like, his cadence, he sounded like a penguin would talk if it was a human.
Yeah.
Like, no exaggeration. Like, it wasn't like, wah, 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 but it was kind of, like,
I agree.
it felt that, you know?
Because even like Adam West Batman, Burgess Meredith is like,
Exactly.
Like when Colin Farrell would talk, like, yeah, he would do that. Yeah, you know, you got to do what you got to do. But it was like, I agree. It kind of had the same
exactly.
element. And dude, I'm not going to lie. Final scene, I was a really huge fan of seeing comic accurate Penguin costume. He had the tuxedo.
Oh yeah.
Tuxedo with the vest, and he didn't wear it, but he put it on the umbrella. Was the top hat, and I was like,
Yeah.
ooh. I was like, kinda,
And there were reasons for him liking that in the show too. Like it wasn't just a random attire choice.
I agree, and also in that last episode when he's talking to that councilman in the courthouse.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The councilman says, he's like, if you're going to hang around like politicians, you got to clean yourself up. And I think the one thing we've seen about like his character in the show is like he's incredibly delusional to the point where like this character would think dressing up today is wearing a fucking top hat with tuxedo tails. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like he thinks these things are classy. And
Yeah, he's truly a nut.
yeah, no. See, I mean, that last scene with the fucking hooker
With his mom.
dressed up as his mom, talking like his mom.
Yeah, while his mom is in the window, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, dude.
Wait, can we pause on her because her name is Eve Carlo?
Eve Carlo, and spelled like Basil Carlo, and throughout the entire show, because she's a prostitute, she's always changing appearances. She has different wigs, different dresses. She looks different in every single scene. So is she like a modern day Clayface?
She's the Matt Reeves Clayface.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I kind of like that.
I'm on board.
I kind of like that a
and
lot.
then Julian Day.
Well, did you see someone found in episode 4, Rush.
Rush. That's
Julian
it.
Rush, yeah. I was wrong about that, Cody. So don't even. It's not him. It's not him.
He's not
I was
Calendar
so wrong
Man,
about
yeah.
that. Yeah, he's not Calendar Man. Yeah.
But Julian
who is he?
Rush, so, the whole time it's kind of giving like, is this dude going to be Scarecrow?
Yes.
And there's an Easter egg in episode 4 when he's doing therapy on Sofia. In the background is like that glove that he has with the needles and shit.
Oh,
And
really?
A scarecrow. Someone took a still of it, and you could totally see it. And a scarecrow mask. And they were like, well, I wonder if he was like originally meant to be Jonathan Crane, and they just kind of like whatever. Or maybe like maybe that's like his real name, and he took Julian Rush instead. But like, so there's hints that he might be like this universe's Scarecrow.
Because there's also a guy, Hugo Strange. It's another possibility. He's like an evil doctor who
Hugo
works
Strange.
in Arkham.
Yeah.
And he fucks with you mentally.
Yeah.
Also, did you guys see in the scene you were talking about where he's talking to the politician, along the walls, owl designs?
Owls.
Yeah.
Yes, a literal court of owls. Come on, it's
Ooh.
coming.
Damn, I didn't
Seriously,
even,
yeah.
I didn't even
like,
think
what?
there. You're right. A court of owls. I'm kind of hyped for that, actually.
Yeah.
And it kind of even punctuates like if Penguin thinks he's really pulling the strings
Exactly.
now. No way.
Yeah. Well, also, hold on, another one in the episode where you see, which I thought was one of my favorite episodes personally. It's the one where you see Vic's backstory when Riddler flooded the city and his whole family gets killed, which I thought was like, dude, like you feel so
Love that
bad for
moment.
Victor. You're just like, damn. Also, because going back to the first movie, The Batman, it's Riddler's like, you know what? I'm taking on all these like scummy, rich people, corrupt politicians. It's like, dude, all you did was like attack poor urban neighborhoods, like
The poorest parts of the city suffered.
that only affected like people of color. Like you're kind of a douchebag. Like fuck
Yeah.
you. But like so I thought
you, Riddler.
so I thought that was great. Yeah, which also goes like back to like in the Batman, Riddler thinks he's doing the right thing, which all like supervillains do.
Right.
But okay, so in that scene when Vic watches the water about to slam into his family's building, the sign for the bridge says Elliott Bridge, like Thomas Elliott, aka Hush.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we know from the first movie from the Batman that the Elliots are when he plays that tape, and we even see Hush.
Yeah.
Like I really think at this point, like these kind of Easter eggs are confirming it for me. Like we're gonna get the Hush Court of Owls. Like Hush involves Thomas Elliott, which makes the Waynes and the Elliots and the elite of Gotham more of a major thing storyline wise. And then if we get the Court of Owls with that, it ties right into that. It's like another thing with the Penguin, and they repeat this throughout the show, and it's part of like the Cobblepot's like whole character. It's like no one cares about the little guy.
Yeah.
No one cares about us. No one remembers our names. Like, and he's a guy that like he's always telling his mom like I'm gonna make it. We're gonna live in the penthouse, which he gets to do. But that's as big as like he seems to dream. Like now at the end, like Batman's not around at all throughout the whole show, which I love. How do you guys feel about that?
Loved it,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
Right?
I
It
didn't
works.
want it to be a Batman show.
No.
Yeah.
It's good that he didn't show up.
Yeah, I didn't watch. I listened to his interview with Matt Reeves, and he talks about why. Because I've seen people on Instagram being like, "Oh, like I guess Batman's just sleeping during this whole gang war." And it's like, dude, first off, like if you've ever read the comics, and he actually quite literally says it in the Batman. He says, "I can't be everywhere at once." Gotham City is the size of New York. Do you know how much crime happens in any borough, in any neighborhood, on any given night in New York City? Like, Batman cannot be there. So it's like,
Also, you know what I mean? Like, he's still very new at being Batman.
Yeah.
He's, you know, and the Batman left off with
the city is flooded.
Yeah, and he's helping people in public. You know what I mean?
Right. And this is just a week later.
He's also self-reflecting. He says, like, I have had a difference on the city, but not the one I intended.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't build hope with fear. And so it's like,
so there's a million reasons why we could say what Batman isn't here in this specific situation, and all of them work for me. Like, he doesn't.
I mean, even in the long Halloween, the gang war is going on. He's not stopping it. You know, people are dying.
Right.
So
and in other things, I don't think they even mention him once. Do they ever mention Batman?
Just in episode 1, but they like reference him. But
so he's not even really a presence. It's almost like they want you to forget Batman exists.
Yeah.
And that's fine with me.
Yeah.
Again, that's fine with me. Like, it doesn't take away anything.
Yeah.
Like, I need to think of an example. There's definitely recent examples where it's like, for instance, they have an Alfred TV show.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work. No one wants to, I don't think anyone wants to watch that.
No one cares about Alfred, dude.
You know, like, it's a show where you want to see Batman, or even, well, I never watched Gotham, but something about Gotham was just like, it's missing something.
People
I don't know.
liked
I
it.
never wanted to.
got into it, but
People love that show somehow.
Yeah. I think dorks liked that show.
Well, no, also, like, I'm totally down with him not being in the show. Like, it makes sense. Not every, like, the Batman universe is amazing. This just proves, like, his villains are so good. You don't need Batman to carry it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole relationship with Penguin and Vic, it felt like a dark, twisted Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
To the point where Penguin had his own cave towards the end of the season.
True, he did have the Penguin Cave.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, he did.
Quite literally
Like, that
the
was
sewers where he killed his own brothers.
Exactly. And like the way he like presented it, it reminded me of like a scene in a Batman comic where you would just finally see the Batcave.
Yeah.
But like in this situation, there was nothing there.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? And like Vic's like, whoa, like this is awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
well, he also, going back to like Sopranos, he totally Christopher Moltisanti'd him at the end.
oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
This show does not exist without Sopranos.
Oh, for sure.
For sure not. Yeah.
But it definitely knows that, and I don't think it tries to hide that, which is why, like, I
no
like
way.
it. Like, it pays homage to it, dude. Like, after seeing IGN's review before this show came out, by the way, they gave Penguin a 5. I'm just like,
What?
oh yeah, IGN gave it a 5
Out of 10, right?
Out of 10, yeah.
What the fuck?
And like, literally no other, like, every other publication, IMDb had rate, like, the last episode alone is like a 9.8, one of the highest rated shows in history. So it's like, get out of here, IGN. You don't know what you're talking about.
5? Who made that decision? Like, did they give it to someone who doesn't watch? Like, who wouldn't? Like, I
Who
can understand if they're like,
have good tastes.
or I would say, like, I really do wonder if, like, you're not a Batman fan at all, would you care about this?
I don't think you need to be.
I think so.
I agree. I agree.
Case in point, I have a friend, my buddy Jeff. He is not like a big comic book fan, and he was skeptical at first, and he loved it.
Yeah. It was more like just a crime show.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
for sure. I mean, it was literally The Sopranos set in Gotham.
Yeah.
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 You know what I mean? In the best way.
But you know
In the
what's,
best way,
what's
yeah.
cool about this show, and I mean this is a good thing. It had a lot of like cliche tropes that organized crime things do have, but what really sold it is honestly like the acting between Vic, Colin Farrell, Penguin's mom.
Yeah. Oh, she was great.
and Sofia Falcone.
Yeah.
Like the acting
Dude,
sells it.
Colin Farrell, sometimes, like, I would be watching it. I was like, that's literally the Penguin.
Oh yeah,
He
for sure.
fucking destroys it. Like, just like with all the makeup and stuff. Sometimes I'm like, he does such a good job that, like, in the moment, you can forget, like, it's the Penguin. It's not Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when you're watching him as Bullseye in the critically acclaimed Daredevil. You're like, yeah, that's
That's my only bullseye Colin Farrell impression. It's all
But
he
it
does.
it is so crazy that that's who he was, and then he was Penguin like this. It's like
Yeah.
complete opposite.
Yeah. No, for real.
It just shows how he's like really grown as an actor.
For
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, he kind of did the Matthew McConaughey thing where like people didn't quite take him seriously, especially because he was like a party boy. He was like a notorious alcoholic and like drug
A
user.
bad boy of Hollywood,
Yeah,
for sure.
exactly. Like a bad Irish boy. And then
Bad Irish boy. You know the bad Irish boys.
And then he's like now like he's notoriously sober now, and he's like, I mean, dude, between fucking Banshees of Inisherin and
This.
yeah,
Yeah. Dude's a star.
yeah, he's a good actor.
I saw him in an interview and they said, "What's your favorite movie of all time?" And he thought about it for like a split second and he was like, "Back to the Future."
What?
He's like, "I love Back to the
That's
Future."
crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, I have a hot take. I'm sorry, you guys.
Oh no.
I think Back to the Future is one of the most overrated fucking films of all
What?
time. It's
Whoa.
All
so-
of them? The
love
first one
that movie.
I
specifically?
never go back and watch. I don't care.
What?
Overhyped.
I love it.
Wow.
There's a reason Michael J. Fox got Parkinson's, and it's because that movie fucking sucked.
Whoa, that's
Wow.
crazy. That is a hot take. That's hotter than that damn
sorry.
ghost pepper sandwich I had earlier.
They're just overhyped. It's so overrated. It's so
It's so
overhyped.
fucking good.
It's so fucking amazing. Yeah.
Okay,
Back to the
okay,
Future?
okay.
What?
I have a question. This is we're veering off for a moment.
We'll veer off
have
a
to.
little bit.
Fire from the hip. What would your Letterboxd 4 be if you had a Letterboxd?
Wait,
Ooh,
what does that mean?
Letterboxd
What do you mean?
4.
Like the 4 movies that like you would like. Everyone knows that people change their favorites and stuff like that. But fire from the hip, 4 movies that just like represent you and that you love like more than any other movie. Fire
Oh.
from the hip.
Easily. Okay, done. Do the Right Thing.
Nice.
Fucking 1989 Batman, Michael Keaton.
Ooh.
Goodfellas.
Ooh.
And I'll say, wait, that was 3, right?
Yeah.
And I'll say Ninja Turtles.
Nice.
Wow.
I like
okay.
that 4. That's a good one. Anthony?
Okay. The OG Planet of the Apes.
Okay.
Nice.
Walk Hard.
Nice.
What?
I love that movie.
I mean, no, it's
The-
fun. You're putting that in top 4?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
The Evil Dead.
Nice.
I need
1 or 2?
more. I'm putting the OG Evil Dead.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay. 4, it's either Alien
Nice.
or Airplane.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna throw Airplane. I'm gonna have 2 comedies there and
Ooh,
two sci-fi movies. Yeah,
Bold
Horror
choices.
sci-fi.
I don't know
Yeah.
if I can agree with any of those.
you don't have to. Those are my 4.
Yeah, but your opinions are wrong, Anthony.
You just have to respect them. You don't have to agree with them.
Okay, so
Oh,
for
you want
me-
respect? You gotta earn respect. Cody, what are yours?
My 4, Fire from the Hip. I'm gonna say Kill Bill. I'm gonna say
Volume 1, you're
Volume
saying.
1. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Kill Bill Volume 1. I'm gonna say
Interesting. You picked those out of all the Quentin Tarantino movies.
Dude, I just love the like. It's just so much more like kind of fantastical and
Yeah.
like his movies are always kind of crazy, but this one literally has like an anime sequence. You know what I mean? Like, it's balls to the wall. The action is some of the best action.
And the RZA does the music for Kill Bill.
Yeah, dude. So Kill
It's
Bill.
great. No, that's a great choice.
I'm gonna say John Carpenter's The Thing.
Nice. I respect
nice. Okay.
I'm gonna say The Goonies.
that. Oh.
Ooh, The Goonies.
And I'm gonna say this is my. I'm gonna say X-Men 2.
Ooh, I like X2 in there.
Ooh.
I can get behind that.
Nice. We need to do an episode on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
That's a great movie.
It's funny. I recently watched X-Men 2 over the summer with my friend Nietzsche, who is a director. She works in film. And she actually like broke down the movie the whole time as to like why it's a great film. And I was like, I saw it like in a whole new light. I was like, damn, you're kind of right.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's fun. Well, hey, comment below whose top Letterboxd 4 do you fuck with the most?
Yeah, who won this?
Let us know.
A cultured person will obviously choose mine.
A cultured person.
A cultured person.
But you said a cultured person would not say that Back to the Future is overrated.
Yeah.
I think a cultured person would. They don't just go along with the sheep.
Wow. Yeah, they don't follow Colin Farrell.
Yeah. No, it's good. Yeah. You know what I loved about this too is that this, in a weird way, it obviously makes Penguin super realistic. He doesn't have like webbed fingers like Daniel DeVito, but I think in a way they do pay homage to that when they show you his foot in that first episode, and it's all like malformed and shit. You know,
Good point.
I kind of like that. And that's why he has this like limp and shit. It's almost like a club foot.
Yeah.
And I think also in the Batman Returns movie, and then even in the comics, I was telling you guys I was reading Penguin, Pain and Prejudice.
Yeah. A great comic.
You've read that, Cody? Nice.
I own it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, highly recommend it. It's not like the show, but you get like in comic form Penguin's point of view and a backstory for him, and there's similar things, but
I think I have read it. I think I do have it.
It's a good story. I highly recommend if you haven't read it.
It's
to
just
go
like a
seek
one
it out.
shot, one volume.
Yeah, like 5 issues or so. But the point I want to bring up is like in Batman Returns, like as a baby, they're like, oh, he's a monster. Look at him. He's no son of mine. You know, usually he's like a deformed baby that his parents don't like.
He's born a monster.
Yeah, but that's how the show twists that, right? Like his mom says that she's like, you're a monster, or she's talking to Rex and she's like, he's a monster.
Yeah.
And that's how they do it, and it works so well. And it's just like, again, a more realistic Penguin, like. Every beat of every way that Matt Reeves like made him, like I just want
to. Matt Reeves is the producer, but really the credit for this show has to go to Lauren LeFranc. She was both the showrunner and the writer for the show.
Lauren LeFranc. I'm sorry. Well, then
put some respect on her name.
So the way Lauren LeFranc is making Penguin in this show, the character is just leaps and bounds better and different than like. You know, a lot of other adaptations. I don't know, like it's The Dark Knight was realistic and stuff like that, but I don't know. It's just so good. I just loved everything about it.
This Penguin also, especially by the end, but even throughout the whole series, he feels like he's much more of a threat than he did feel like in the Batman.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I mean, because he's actually like in the Batman, because you had Carmine Falcone alive, he was simply Carmine's like number 2 / his driver. He wasn't really anything more than that.
Yeah.
He saw an opportunity once, you know, the Riddler did what he did, and he was like, well, fuck it, I'm going to grab power. And I think that's what makes him so dangerous is now he gets to act on his criminal ambitions.
Dude, the scene at the end, the montage of all the lieutenants taking over the gangs.
Yeah, very Godfather. Definitely paid homage to the end of The Godfather.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, Gotham is the kingpin now, for sure. I mean, Gotham. Penguin is the kingpin of Gotham now, for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I also loved is in the episode where they're selling the bliss in the clubs, and that one girl is talking to Vic, and she's like, "Oh my God, you're from Crown Point? I heard it's like a no man's land over there."
Yeah.
No man's land. Yeah.
When she said that, I was like, no man's land.
It has that like vibe for sure.
Yeah, I mean the power's out. It's like a lost part of the city.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. No, the show is just it fired on all cylinders.
Yeah, truly the tits.
I feel like Cody, you have to love like so much of the show is just like families getting destroyed left and right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm a big fan.
I felt bad for Victor, honestly. He was
Dude,
like,
Vic
I
is
felt
a
so bad for him.
tragic character.
Yeah.
I hope, he has the chance to get out like Christopher a little bit.
No,
you know,
but
like
he comes back. He's like,
he comes back.
He should have stayed with his girl. He wouldn't be dead.
I know.
But it's that speech that the Penguin gives him. That speech in the club.
He's like, you're a fucking nobody. He's like, the world ain't made for people like us.
Yeah.
Like it felt real, like how we're talking about like Penguin like being a character, like you can't trust him, But there's moments where he's being real and like, despite him just trying to manipulate you, it's like Tony Soprano, exactly like Tony Soprano.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing is like that's why like I really hated that scene when he kills Victor because like up until then, like even though like this dude's a mass killing maniac, because specifically there's a scene when him and Victor go to a really nice restaurant and he's trying to order something and he's stuttering and the waiter, he's like, "Oh, steak frites," and Penguin's like, "Don't do that." And he's like, "Let him finish." And then Victor is like, he's like, you don't have
great impression, by the way.
He's like, you don't have to stand up for me. And Penguin's like, I know, you should stand up for yourself. And it's like, damn, like Penguin kind of like actually cares about this kid.
Yeah, I liked him in that scene.
Yeah, like he shows like, I don't know, he kind of like takes him under his wing, but then obviously like, ooh, shit.
Hey.
In the last scene, he literally takes him under his wing and fucking kills him.
That's so crazy.
That's a great point. The wing part. And also there's lines, like there was a line where he's like, gut him like a fish.
Yeah.
You know, like that's something
also,
a penguin would.
Dude, this show, like, there's some like genuinely hilarious moments from the Penguin. Like things that he says that I cracked up at.
Oh yeah. Also, dude, the way with the scene when he burns Marone's wife and kid.
Yeah.
Insane.
Oh. Dude, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Marone's wife, who sounds exactly like Froggy from the Little Rascals.
She was in a Marvel thing. I think it was Daredevil she's in. She's in Netflix.
Was she?
I'm pretty sure she's in Netflix's Daredevil. Or no, actually, shit. Speaking of X-Men, she's literally in X-Men 3. She's on Alcatraz.
Yes.
She's one of the
Who
scientists.
does she play?
She's one of the scientists in X-Men 3. And that one porcupine mutant hugs her and he's like, it's okay. And then like does his spikes and kills her.
Yeah.
She's been in a lot of shit over the years.
Wow, I do not remember X3 well enough.
Trust me,
to remember even that scene.
I remember everything. Yeah, I have a good memory. It's what makes me. I'm just gonna start talking like the Penguin from now on.
Dude, he was so good.
Yeah. His mom was great too.
Yeah, she was phenomenal.
In the way that I loved hating her.
Yeah, but you know what? That last scene, or not the last scene, that last episode when literally like Sofia Falcone is torturing her, but simply wants Penguin to admit that he killed his brothers.
Yeah.
He's like, tell your mom the truth. And even the mom's like, just fucking tell me, I know it already. And he still lies to her. And he's like, what are you, mom, you're crazy. You're getting old, you're dementia.
Yeah.
And it's like, you actually do feel bad for the mom in that moment. Like,
no, I do. I didn't hate the mom. Like, I almost felt like she was a more
she had Livia
tolerable-
Soprano vibes too, though.
Yes, more tolerable Livia Soprano for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to see Livia Soprano meet her end. Her, I was like, I kind of felt bad at the end, you know, like you're saying.
Bad. Especially now that she's just a vegetable being kept alive against her will. She literally wanted to die.
Yeah.
And you find out, like, that Penguin killed his brothers. And that's also where I guess, looking back, you have to say, Vic isn't making it out of this alive.
I thought I don't know, maybe I had this weird optimism, but I really did think
he did his own brothers that dirty. Like, that's it. Penguin does not care about anybody.
I know. Obviously we saw it, but like up until then I was like, dude, like Vic's a loyal fucking. Why would you not want to keep that loyalty around?
When he tells Penguin that he's family, that's so crazy.
That's like the trigger.
Yeah. Well, no, but Penguin, like he even admits, he's like, that's the thing about family is like it's your strength, but could also be your weakness, and I can't have that anymore. And then he like starts strangling him.
You think Vic could have fought back and didn't want to?
So I watched an interview with that actor, and he said they filmed it a few times, and because everyone was like, well, you know, you're a young, strong kid against a fucking crippled dude. And he was saying the way like because Colin Farrell, like he's like, actually, like, let me try holding him like this. And he said the way he was holding him, he like actually couldn't push off of him.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So,
like, I almost saw it as like Vic was just not struggling on purpose. Like he was just like he couldn't believe it was happening, so it was like his body wouldn't fight back.
I think Penguin, despite him being like all crippled, you know, he has like crazy person strength. You know, like he can't beat Batman in a fist fight, but once he gets his arms around your neck, fucking, you know.
But I guess just even from an emotional standpoint, like when we see the flashback of that dude Rex talking to Penguin's mom, he's like, you know, loyalty, the way I get it is not through money. It's, you know, the kids that need a father. Yeah. Like I become their father basically. And like he became Vic's father. Vic is, you know, his family's dead. And I feel like that's like, it was like that kind of betrayal for Vic. That's why I'm saying just like watching it, I get what you're saying. Like maybe he couldn't move at all, but I almost felt like it was a choice not to move.
Well,
like,
I think he was
just
probably so shocked. He's like, "Oh fuck! Like this dude is actually killing me. Like why?"
Yeah,
just as confused as
Mm-hmm. And that's what makes it so tragic and sad. It was just like,
Super. And then like a scumbag, he loots his body, takes his money, and throws his ID in the river.
Yeah. Well, he does that to make it look like a mugging.
I don't know if he gave it that.
It
much.
feels more
his
like
fingerprints
an
would be all
insult.
over his body. He did it because he's a fucking scumbag.
No, for sure. And well,
and Kingpin. Penguin owns the city at this point now.
Exactly,
Like he could do whatever he wants at this point.
I do hope we get some justice for Vic and Batman beats the shit out of Penguin.
yeah.
I agree.
Like pummels him.
I mean, Penguin does get it rough a couple times throughout the show. He gets his ass beat a couple times.
He does, but he's a big guy. He could take it. And he kills a lot of people. I really like the fight with him and Marone just has the heart attack. And Penguin's like, oh shit. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like he's just like surprised.
Yeah.
And still shoots him while he's having a heart attack.
Yeah.
No, Penguin is a dirtbag.
No, Penguin gets out of every situation either by being a scumbag or just pure luck.
Mostly scumbag luck.
Scumbag luck, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
His power rankings for scumbag luck is off the charts.
Well, yeah, because even in the show, he's not like the cleverest criminal. He's not Walter White and Tony Soprano smart. Like I never got that
no way.
impression.
No, but he is clever.
But he's clever, but he's more like ruthlessly clever.
Yeah, but he outdoes Sophia in the end.
Yeah.
The way he tricks her, and he's like walk towards the water, and she thinks she's
Dude, I
getting
love
capped.
that scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she just gets arrested and sent back to Arkham.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that she's still alive, and she gets a letter from Selena
Catwoman,
Kyle in the prison.
yeah.
Yes, so we know those two need to face off.
Well,
They're
face off
half-sisters.
or team up.
Yeah.
Because she smiles when she's reading the letter.
Mm.
It doesn't. I don't think it's like a bad letter. I think it's like, hey, our father. We both have the same father. They both were scumbags to us. These men have fucked us over. Let's team up. And once she's reading it, she's smiling.
Ooh. You think we could get like Catwoman When in Rome, the TV show or something like that? Because Sophia talks about going back to Italy. Like imagine them on like a girl's adventure. Like I feel like it would be them together at first.
Like Thelma and Louise, but with Catwoman.
Exactly.
yeah.
Sisterhood of the Traveling Falcones.
That's actually really good.
No, I would watch that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Talking about yassified.
Oh shit! Yeah.
No, but dude, Cristina Milioti's Sophia
Incredible.
is incredible.
Also, the episode where they show her that she wasn't crazy and she like goes crazy over time after being sent to Arkham against her will.
Yeah.
That was a great that's a good villain origin, you know?
I agree.
For sure.
And that magpie lady in the cell next to her.
Yeah, who is a low-level DC character.
Right. And she sounded like a bird when she was talking. Like
Yeah,
even her, like
that bitch
kind of
is
like how
crazy.
we're talking about Colin Farrell talking like a penguin. I feel like she was really like, I'm
Yeah.
magpie, you know? Like,
Yeah, no, that bitch was crazy. Damn. Yeah, no. It was awesome.
I think the show, it doesn't need a second season, but I would take a second season if they wanted to do more.
I feel like it'll probably get one because of how successful it is.
Right. I hope they also don't fold it into James Gunn verse for that reason. I feel like it needs to be
I don't
by
think
itself.
so. I think this universe is strictly just its own part of DC.
I hope so.
Like, I don't want to see this universe interact with like Dave Cornsweat's Superman. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I
I just don't want to see it happen.
Tell from like the images and like this. Yeah, leave this its own thing.
Yeah.
I don't even want any other DC. Like, this is strictly a Batman universe. Don't bring in
exactly.
any other DC
Exactly.
characters.
I don't want to see Robin. I don't want to see.
Whoa, hold up. I'm not agreeing with that.
I like, at first I was anti-Robin in this universe.
I'm just excited to see. I'm excited to see Robin done right in the Gunn universe.
I'd rather see
Yeah.
I'm still on board with I want to see Mr. Freeze. I want to see Mr. Freeze in this universe.
Well, I mean, it is taking place in winter.
Well, yeah, we do see that this season it ends in winter is coming. You know, it starts snowing and shit.
And it also, like, I feel like we got to see Harvey Dent show up, right? Because they are dealing with politics a lot, and it is that era of Batman. I feel like this was taking from Dark Victory. And so just to give a little bit more props to my boy Robin, right? Like this, no, because I feel like this show proved that in the Reeves universe, like a Batman-Robin relationship would not be the same as Penguin and Vic, but you could see how it could be built a similar way without it being too corny and cheesy. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's what people think of when Batman getting a sidekick and it being Robin. Like, maybe in the early days of Batman, sure, but I feel like Matt Reeves and company could do a good job of introducing Robin in a way that, because Vic is not a character in the comic, he's just a character made for the show that we just love instantly. And I feel like, why can't you do that with Robin? I think it would be just as easy.
Well, you know what I thought at the beginning of this show was that throughout, like, being like under Penguin's tutelage, that Victor, his name is Victor, would become hardened and maybe grow into being Victor Zsasz.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna say Victor Freeze.
No. No, I thought he was going to be Victor Zsasz, because I was like, Victor is such a specific name to use. But then, no.
Like,
because I thought also we see that one episode where Victor kills that dude, that drug dealer. And
Penguin hugs him, and he's like, it gets easier.
And I was like, ooh, is he going to send Victor down like this dark path of becoming this hardened gangster like he is?
Oh. So could it be as simple as, because his name is, they do call him Vic most of the time, and he just ends up being a victim to everything, I guess.
Oh,
right? He's a Vic.
Shit.
Penguin would be like, hey, he's a Vic. What are you gonna do?
Hey, what are you gonna do? I don't know.
Don't show me that. What the fuck?
Oh yeah. What are you doing? Yeah. No, this is a great show, man. Dude, performances were amazing. The world building, like, this really did a lot for building the Batman universe.
Yeah, and just like the most in-depth, like, in Gotham that any Batman movie has really ever felt.
What do you think this is the best comic book TV show?
One of the best, yes.
One of the best, yeah. Okay, so if I were to say,
what would you put above it? Daredevil?
No.
Ooh, I forgot about
I wasn't as big a fan as the Daredevil show as a lot of people, I feel like. I don't know. I liked them a lot.
I liked the
first season.
See, that's the thing, is at first I didn't like the first season. I like the seasons after it.
The Punisher season is probably the best one.
Great,
for me.
and I really like the last season of Daredevil with Bullseye.
Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones is not better than this show.
I loved No, I'm not.
I
saying
did like that show though. I agree. Yeah, I like.
I'm just saying the Purple Man was awesome.
Yes, Peacemaker was great. I might have liked Peacemaker more than this, if I'm being honest.
True, those are just two completely different.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For me, the top three, no question.
Moon Knight, Secret Invasion.
Echo.
Yeah.
No, I would say
Iron Fist.
God, I forgot Iron Fist was.
I would say Batman the Animated Series is one of the best.
I'm talking about
animated counts?
live action comic book shows.
Yeah, animated would clear every live action show, I think. Anyway.
We're not doing that. Just strictly live action comic book TV shows.
Okay, The Watchmen. I like The Watchmen more, I think.
Yeah, I don't know if I really count that as a comic book show. I know it is, but like
it is.
It's almost, but it's like, yeah, I don't know.
I would have to really watch it again to rank it, because I liked it a lot, but I don't know if it would be my top, or I don't even know if it would be above Penguin.
I think, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think I might like Penguin more than Watchmen.
But I didn't hate it. I did like it a lot.
I think I'd put Watchmen or Penguin second.
I think I might like Penguin more than Peacemaker, if truth be told.
I think my top three would be...
The Boys has to be somewhere on this list for me.
For sure.
Not every season, but whatever we said, like season 4 was probably the best.
Overall, though, The Boys is high up there.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Heroes?
Heroes had like one good season, and that was it.
Hero season 1 is... I'll put it in my top 25, sure.
Yeah. I feel like in no specific order, it would be like Penguin, Peacemaker, The Boys, Daredevil.
All HBO, except for Daredevil.
No.
Well,
The Boys is Amazon.
The Penguin Peacemaker.
Oh, I gotta throw Legion in my short list for sure. Legion.
I
was
watched
so
like
good.
the first 4 episodes, and it didn't have that gorilla grip.
It's a different kind of show. I totally understand that. Like you just want to keep I
That's what
totally
my
get
friend
that.
said.
Like,
He was like, just keep watching it.
yeah, you just got to keep watching it. I know that sounds dumb because a lot of people will say that for so many shows, but Legion like is deeper. You know, like it just there's a lot going on.
This show Penguin got a lot of comparisons to Andor in that it's part of this bigger universe, but doesn't rely on like lightsaber Jedis. This didn't rely too heavily on Batman type shit. Like,
Yeah, there were no Jedis in this show that I
didn't
remember.
watch Andor.
I heard it was good.
I want to. I watched the first 2 episodes. I liked it a
I heard
lot.
it was awesome. Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever watch another Star Wars show.
It's
again.
not the same as the other Star Wars shows.
Yeah,
Like right
it's
off the
not,
bat,
yeah.
it feels different.
It's a different feel.
Did you like Rogue One?
Loved it.
Yeah.
I think it's made for the people that loved Rogue One and then want something a little bit deeper than what the other Disney shows are offering.
Yeah.
It's like a political thriller. You know, it's not just like Jake is saying. It's not about the other Star
Yeah, it
Wars.
doesn't
stuff.
have anything to do with like Force and Jedi's and lightsabers. It's more
Andy Serkis is in it.
the Cirques,
The other Skarsgård dude, the older one,
Stellan Skarsgård,
Stellan. Yeah.
aka Baron Harkonnen.
No, I hear this is me having not watched the show, but yeah. Ooh. Oh, so did you watch
I did.
the
I didn't
Dune?
watch it yet,
Oh,
actually. Was it good?
Watch what?
the Dune.
Did you
No,
watch
I
it?
didn't watch it yet.
What is it?
Dune.
The Dune
Prophecy.
show. Dune Prophecy.
Oh, I think I'll watch it today.
Yeah, I'll check out the first episode. I don't think it's going to be bussin', but I'll check it out.
I don't know. The only review I've read was IGN, and they gave it a low one. But I don't trust.
Why are you
IGN.
always reading IGN?
I follow
if
them on
they're-
Instagram, so it comes up.
Follow someone else. I
They
don't
also
like their
gave
low
Thor,
scores.
Thor: Love and Thunder like a 7 or 8, so I can't trust what they
We
say.
can't trust them. You can only trust the Pesci scale, which is why we bring it to you every week here on Comics and Chronicles.
Which is why I'm
That's a
giving
good
Penguin
segue.
6.
Yeah, right.
Easy money six.
6.
Come
That's
on.
an easy money 6 for me as
Don't
well.
play
You know.
with me, bros.
So I guess. Oh, he was standing there the whole time. Sorry.
Hey guys, I knew it was gonna be a 666.
I like that Satan was standing there now.
Hey, you know, I hear Penguin. Come on, guys. We get HBO in hell like years before you guys, so I know.
I had no doubts this show was one of the easiest 666s we've ever given it.
I was worried about Anthony, if I'm being honest. I was worried that he
You
wasn't.
should be worried about him, you know? Little guy's going through a lot. Just became a dad, you know? Not gonna
Does that make him more dangerous now?
No, it just makes it more. Gotta look out for him.
Dude, family is weakness. He says
I
Oz
don't
says
know,
it
but
himself.
a lot of, fathers would kill for their children.
Yeah.
That's true. God almost did it to him. Oh, well, I guess he did do it.
He
Yeah.
did. He totally did.
See? That's why we're here for Satan, baby.
Saying, who would you cast Paul Walker as in the Batman universe?
If we... Do we really have to do this, guys? I mean, Paul Walker... That's a hot topic here in hell. All right, but if he was casting Batman, I would cast him as... He has to be a villain, and he would be... the Firefly.
Ooh, I actually kind of like that.
Nice.
Nice. Well, thanks for stopping by again, Saying. We love having you.
Anytime.
Oh, wait, you know what we never did is who are we in the Penguin?
Yeah. Also, I just don't feel like we've given Sophia her dues.
What do you mean?
We didn't give her dues. I think we
She
said
was
right off the
just-
You
bat.
said she was incredible.
She's incredible.
She and Colin Farrell quite literally carried the show.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
It was
think
their
it was
show,
only
like it-
Colin Farrell. I think that's what I liked about the show too. It is the Penguin, but it was really a Sophia heavy show.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
an ensemble cast for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, like you felt bad for her throughout the entire thing. Not the entire thing. Like Jake said, once you find out like how she got where she is, you're like, oh shit, like she's not just like
you see,
no,
she
you
has,
can't
like,
just write her off.
legit
She's not like
motivation. You know.
yeah. Where in the comics it's not like that. She's
No,
just kind of
exactly.
lurking in the background. You're like, oh shit.
You know what I also liked is that scene where Sophia goes to visit her niece in the mental hospital,
Oh,
and she
yeah.
low key sees that like she did the same thing to her that Carmine did to her. you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
And like she's like also I like that they kept her alive because I hope we do see her in the next Batman movie, honestly.
For sure.
I like that she like I also like that like, you know, Batman has all these like great costumed villains, and even though the Penguin is a very iconic costume, like this feels so real that like his villains don't have to be wearing like makeup and shit. Like they're just like fucked up people.
The Riddler's mask was kind of like. How
I'll be
do you
honest,
feel?
I always hated the Riddler's mask. I
did not like his new costume.
I never
yeah.
liked his new costume. I'm kind of hoping that if he does come back, they give him a more classic version of him wearing a suit and a domino mask. I wouldn't mind that.
I couldn't
Yeah.
see that in this universe.
I could see they already gave Penguin his classic top hat tuxedo tails. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Like, can't you see a scene where this Penguin is like talking to him? He's like, "Oh, what are you wearing? You're wearing a bag over your head.
Yeah,
Well,
you
let's
look like a
let's clean you
douchebag."
up."
yeah, like it'd be cool if like he busted Riddler out and like brought him with him. Because now we see like Penguin's going to be dressing like this. He's driving a purple Rolls Royce, which in the comics he has a purple car and he wears purple motherfuckers.
Yeah. Oh, you got that one.
yeah,
Nice.
classic.
I love that one.
I would like to see Riddler in like a green suit with like a domino mask and maybe a bowler hat. Maybe like these whack jobs. Their idea of dressing up is dressing like a bunch of 1920s, you know, high society people.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'll accept it.
Boom.
Oh, so who would we be in this show? Anthony's Vic.
I knew you were
I-
going to say that.
You were gonna give me Vic or
Johnny
Isabella
Vitti.
Gigante.
Who?
Ooh.
Isabella Gigante? Is that the wife?
Yeah, who all
Carmine-
you see is that she hung herself. That's why Cody would give her.
No, I was giving you Vic, buddy. You deserve Vic.
Okay, good. Yeah, I knew you were gonna give me Vic.
Who's
I
Cody?
mean, you're just the most Vic vibe.
I got the Vic
You
vibes.
do have altar boy. Vic was altar boy vibes for sure.
Altar boy vibes. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good kid from a
Yeah.
rough and tumble neighborhood.
He killed the guy, but hey, he's still a good kid.
Hey, Anthony, I'm not convinced that you haven't killed someone.
Why is it Satan only possesses you?
Exactly. The easiest one to possess is the one who committed the most sins.
I never did it. You can't prove anything.
Yeah.
So Jake is Penguin, right?
Jake-
Obviously, I knew you guys were going to
Jake's
say that right
Oz.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take your eyes.
I'm definitely Penguin. No doubt.
When Jake puts his arm around you, run.
Oh.
You know what I thought was
Yeah.
really funny is in the first episode when he's about to kill Vic, and he's not even like that, like slick about it. He's like, "Look at that sun rising. Why don't you take a look at it?" He's
Yeah.
like, turn around. And Vic looks at him. He's like, "Dude, like, no, you're just gonna kill me as soon as I turn around." He's like, "I guess
I
I'll-"
also liked, we didn't even say that. I like how Penguin's master plan is selling shrooms to Gotham. Like,
Also, going back to Julian Rush possibly being a scarecrow, what if he takes this drug called Bliss and like turns it into a fucking like fear type drug? You know what I mean?
for sure.
Yeah.
No, I think he would make a good scarecrow.
That actor is really good. Theo Rossi. He played
Yeah.
Juice on Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
And he played Shades on in Luke Cage, the first season of Luke
Yeah,
Cage.
you're
you guys
right,
watch
he
that?
did,
That was really good
actually.
too.
The first season of Luke Cage is good, actually.
Yeah.
That was
Oh
a good
yeah,
one.
dude. All of the episode titles are classic hip hop songs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
The first and the last time we'll ever see Mahershala Ali in a Marvel project.
Yeah, seriously.
He's never going to be Blade.
Nah,
I
never.
don't think it's ever going to happen.
No. At this point, he deserves better.
Yeah.
For sure.
But wait, who is Cody? Who is he in this show?
Cody?
Sophia? He's got the hair.
Sophia's too smart.
Fuck you! Oh, you asshole! Oh.
I don't know.
There's not a lot of characters to choose from.
There's Maroni.
Oh yeah. Are you Maroni? Are you Sal? You and Jake are fighting.
Oh, you know what I like that the show did also? They bought back the commissioner from the Batman movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The guy that has the really like soft voice. Yeah.
Yeah.
You scumbag. Yeah, he has a weird voice.
A lot of unique voices in the show. I'll say that.
He's an English actor, that guy.
Oh really?
Yeah, he was in Chernobyl.
Yeah.
Ooh.
crisis that historically took place in Britain.
Now,
They just did a British accent. So
yeah, the showrunner gave a reason for it, and it actually makes sense. It'd be really like not believable to hear these actors do Russian accents. It'd come off really cheesy.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's also kind of like in Prey when like they're speaking English, but it's only speaking like they sound like they're speaking English to us. They're actually speaking in their native tongue.
All right, that's a good point. Yeah.
So
yeah. Who am I though? Am I Marone?
Maybe
am I
Nova.
Julian?
I can see you be. Well, we do see Julian is into some kinky shit in that one scene. And Cody, we all know about your sexual proclivities, so I think maybe you're Julian.
I was gonna say, what if he's Penguin's mom?
Oh, shit.
I never loved you, Jake.
I can see that happening.
Dude,
You know, a little forgetful,
the end of
brain's a little spotty. You know,
That's true. Has trouble getting out words.
the end of the show's gonna end with Jake dancing with a hooker dressed up like me.
That's great.
Okay, well, I guess I'm your mom.
All right, that's fine. I'll keep you as a vegetable in my apartment.
Oh no, this show, honestly, there's no way. Definitely not. I don't think there's a show that could possibly stand up to this year. Shogun was great, but I think this is better than Shogun, honestly. I mean, they're different shows.
Two very different. I don't know if I loved Shogun.
I loved Shogun too.
I kind of want to go back and watch it.
Yeah, I actually had already decided that whenever they do season 2,
yeah, maybe that's when I'll watch it then, because I missed the first season.
dude, yeah, because we talked about it if they drop season 2, we should just do. That's when we should do
They're
like
doing
Ronin.
it got renewed for a season.
I know, but what I'm saying,
Yeah,
when
we're
it
gonna do
drops,
Samurai Month.
Yeah, we
Samurai
love our
September.
themes.
Samurai September. That's right.
If you guys are whatchamacallit, listening right now, that means you need to rate us on wherever the fuck you're listening. You need to check us out on Blue Sky now. That's a new place.
Ooh,
that you
I
should
just
check
created mine. I'm about to make a post about it.
Oh, post Cody. I'll get you a bunch of followers.
Get
We
me
got
a
this.
bunch.
Jake, if you make one,
Maybe I've been hearing vague whispers about it lately.
it's literally just, for all intents and purposes, it's a Twitter clone, but it works better.
Well, it's made.
Like when you,
Jack Dorsey made it. The same guy who made Twitter.
right. And what I mean by that is like it's that kind of system. Like you make a post, you
Yeah.
can post pictures and stuff like that. But that's what it's for. But it seems like it's working really well. Like I don't know. So far, so good. So good for
I
social
hear it's
media.
the new left-leaning Twitter.
For sure, it's definitely left leaning.
I mean, Twitter was left-leaning at first too,
Yeah, absolutely.
And now it's
But this is definitely left leaning. Like
until it becomes not.
that's
Yeah,
what
and
the
either
people on there hope it doesn't
Dies
happen.
a hero or lives long enough to.
To become right wing.
To become the Penguin. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So you should check that out. You should check out the Super Guy Kickstarter pre-launch page from me and Joey Murphy. That's up. It's coming out in January. So go save it.
It's coming soon.
Early next
Coming
year,
very
you'll be
soon.
seeing Cody Cannon's debut comedy special.
Oh,
Everything's a coming.
lots on the docket.
I'm coming.
Hey, that's where we're
already
ending it.
came 3 times. since we started recording.
Oh.
I've been jacking it underneath this whole time. We should just end it there.
That's where
That's so funny.
Hi, you're listening to Comics and Chronic, and I'm Jacob H.
I'm Cody Cannon.
And I'm Anthony Iannaccio.
And you can tune in every Thursday to hear new episodes of Comics and Chronic.
And make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Comics N Chronic. That's comics, the letter N, Chronic.
We'll see you guys next week.
Woo!
Peace.